What's up, guys? It's your boy, Fusion Fireball, and I'm coming with you with another deck profile here from the Fusion Fireball house. Now, this is the deck I have picked up recently. This is the deck I've been playing for over a month now, or a little bit under a month, I should say. But I just want to showcase that this deck is not dead, although many people said with the loss of Masterpiece that this deck wasn't playable. Well, as you can see from the people who are playing the stack and the results from this deck is very much alive. It's still very good, and it stuns your opponent. Some of my deck is like very standard, but I'll just go over it with you guys. Tell me what you think. Play this at a couple locals that I go to, and went undefeated in both of them. This matchup is really hard for some people, especially with all the floodgates this deck plays. But yeah, I'll go over the monsters with you guys. Play 3 of Dynamite, 3 Ignis, obviously, and this is the pretty standard lineup, and then the double Maiden for the two Dracos. The only other monster I play, and I went between this and Ghost Ogre a lot, but I want a monster who's going to do some damage. A Mono Awado, which pretty much shuts down any hand trap or any activated effect. This came in really clutch against Pendulums, came in really good against Invoked, that plays lots of hand traps. So a Mono Awado, personally, for me, is the way to go, guys. I know people love playing Ghost Ogre. That's totally fine as well. But for me, I'm sticking with a Mono Awado. So that's it for the monsters. Keep these aside. Got a few spells here. Obviously playing triple Terraforming. Gonna be playing, triple Dragonic Diagram. Got ahead of myself. Double Terraforming. There's a reason I don't play 3, and that's because I feel like it clogs a little too much. Terraforming is great, don't get me wrong, but when you're playing, a Demise turbo build, you kind of just want to have the copies of Diagram themselves instead of, deck thinning. And I know that's kind of weird to say, but you definitely don't want to see, 3 Terraformings in your hand or 2 Terraformings in your hand. But that's why I decided to stick around. For other spells, I'm playing Triple Heritage, which is arguably the best True Draco spell. Diagram's probably the best spell in terms of comboing off, but Heritage really, lets you go plus. Triple Disciples of the Draco Phoenix, and Disciples still really great as well. Can't really complain about it. It's another card for that deck. But playing triple Pot of Duality. Pot of Duality is also very great. Duality searches, deck thins, and all that good stuff. And eventually gets you into Card of Demise, which is probably, the card that makes you go plus in this deck the most. Desire is also really great, also lets you go plus. I'm playing a little bit over 40. I think the count was at 43 or 42 for my deck. I'm going to have to recount and I'll post it down later for you guys. But Desire's still coming in great. I think it's only screwed me over once, once out of, 8, 9 games. So I'll take that. That's fine. And of course, triple Card of Demise. Card of Demise is really makes this deck pop off. There's nothing more upsetting than, sending a bunch of traps for your opponent and then activating the Card of Demise with no response, especially with the help from a Mono Awado. Mono Awado prevents your opponent from activating, Droll or Ash, especially for the Card of Demise. And a lot of people like to play Call by the Grave. I personally don't think it's that great in this deck, because this deck already does a lot of the negation part of it. But for people playing, Call by the Grave, by all means, I recommend 2. Probably drop like a Duality and a Terraforming. But play 2. Don't drop any more than 2. But that's it for the spells. Getting over here, get everything together so we can get out of the way. And finally, the traps, guys. The traps, they vary. I'm playing an interesting card from the past that people aren't playing as much anymore, but I still think it's really great. So I'll get to it when you guys see it. One return, return obviously is at 1, so I can't play more of, unfortunately. Triple Apocalypse, This card's actually really great. It outs a lot of the rogue matchups, not at locals, but I go on Dueling Book a lot with this deck, and that's my out to Chaos Max or something like Cosmo or something. So Apocalypse is definitely a must. Use that effect to decrease the attack of all monsters on the field, at least 2 or 3 times while I was playing this deck. Double Waterfall of the Dragon Souls. Waterfall of the Dragon Souls, another great card that adds. People do not understand how great this card is, but you can use the other effect, which I believe is to pop, if I'm not mistaken, or it's add a worm or send any number of war-type monsters from the hand to the graveyard, and draw cards equal to the number of monster you sent to the graveyard +1. So that's I've never really used it for that. I've used it for the search effect, and it's coming up really good. Playing double Gozen Match. Gozen Match is a great floodgate. A lot of people don't like Gozen Match in this deck because you're playing fire, wind, earth with a mono Wado, and I believe Dynamite is a water. But yeah, I feel like Gozen Match is fine because most of the time you're just gonna have one monster, and if Gozen Match is really screwing you up that much, half of the time you're probably gonna blow it up with Diagram or something else, tribute it away. So there's just a lot of things you could do. I am proxying 1 card, guys. I decided to play 2 Rivalry last minute. Rivalry of the Warlords, still a great card. Can't complain about it. It's the same as Gozen Match, but instead of attributed for type. And Rivalry is a little bit better when you're playing it, but if you're playing against your opponent, I really like the Gozen Match because Gozen Match itself, it hurts. What was it? Doesn't hurt. Gozen Match hurts Altergeist and hurts Goki a little bit more than Rivalry of the Warlords does. That's just my opinion. Rivalry is still really great. Don't get me wrong, guys. It's great. It's great on the Sky Striker matchups. Great against both of them are in that point. But yeah, triple of the Monarchs Erupt card is still really good. Can't complain about the Monarchs Erupt. It's situational at times. There's times I do side one of them out, and play other things obviously. But I cannot hate on this card because it's your other skill drain. It's your other skill drain, and you can't hate on that card. So these were before I get to the last cards that I'm playing. Skill drain, obviously, because you're playing 4 of, and the other card I built because I put in because I don't have Impermanence, unfortunately, guys. Impermanence a great card, by the way. To lose 1 turn. Now this card I haven't played since I was playing Cleave Forts or I don't know something roguey, but lose 1 turn is so great in this deck. Because it's a continuous, it goes with the deck, it synergizes, puts your opponent's monsters in defense position against their effects. Now, to be clear, you do not need to put your monsters in defense position, such as link monsters, to negate their effects that turn. That's one of the things saying if it's face up on the field, put it in defense position, negate its effects. So even if your opponent link summons a monster, lose 1 turn is still gonna negate the effects until the end of the turn. So lose 1 turn, guys. I highly recommend. There is times you draw these and they're overkill, but that's fine. Most of the times you're going to be popping them and tributing them away. Trust me, even the grind matchups in this game are ridiculously good. So, that's it for the lineup in the main deck. I'll go over the side deck with you guys. Don't have an extra deck, obviously, because, it's not been needed, and obviously you play the trap card, Monarchs Erupt. Double Ash. I was really contemplating between playing hand traps on this deck because, card of Demise kind of conflicts with that. But Ash Blossom, great. Sided in going second. Shows up sometimes. I should probably bump it up to 3, but it's, great card. This card's even more amazing. There's times I draw it in with a card of Demise or Pot of Duality. And guys, this is a normal summon. This is not a special summon. So if your opponent has a big board, go ahead and take care of it. So it's great. There's a few cards I didn't want to play in this deck, that I'm probably going to end up putting in here eventually, but this is just what I had from, last week's locals. Raigeki to clear boards, obviously. Triple evenly matched. Guys, evenly matched is amazing with the tins, coming out. I would recommend getting some of the newer printed ones. But Evenly Matched doing great, guys. Cannot hate on Evenly Matched. Still playing triple D-Barrier. D-Barrier is still amazing. Helps me out against some even the rogue matchups. The only time it was really dead was I played Cosmo and I played the Mirror. The Mirror sucked, but I try to do the best I can. There's a few other cards I play. Some of these are random. I'm probably going to change this. I'm playing one Magic Deflector because I'm just tired of getting Twin Twistered. I am going to actually change this for Strike of the Monarch. Strike of the Monarch is another great card, guys. If you haven't heard of it, look it up. But basically, it negates any effect by tributing one monster, or tribute summon a monster you have, and you draw one card. So, still very great. And then last time I'm playing a little Solemn Package, just because, there's a few matchups that this comes in. I was originally playing these in the main. Decided to take them out because the Trickstar matchup is just ridiculous. They're going to pop this before you can chain anything. So, kind of makes it useless. Solemn Strike, Double Solemn Strike, Solemn Warning. That's what I have in the side deck, guys. So, this is my lineup right now. I'm probably going to change some of these cards. Probably take one D-Barrier down, maybe one Sphere Mode down, maybe one Deflector down, and put in maybe, triple Strike of the Monarchs. I already have them out. I haven't put them in the deck. But, yeah, guys, tell me what you think. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Your boy. I'm going to try to upload more for you guys because, I feel like I owe it to you guys. You guys, take a minute of your time from your life and whatever you guys got going on to watch a little bit of my video. So thank you so much, guys. And I just thought it was funny that I saw today that I hit 420 subscribers. So to my homie J-Mill at work and stuff, happy 420, bro. 420 subscribers. I did it, brother. But, Fusion Fireball, guys, signing out. And as always, stay sexy. See ya.